Shri Ravi Shankar joins me on actually uncovering the truth and the mystery of the 1,000-year-old Jyotirling. Ladies and gentlemen, is India getting ready for another moment of civilizational glory? Lost parts of Somnath Jyotirlinga have resurfaced after about 1,000 years. Somnath Jyotirlinga, first among the 12 Jyotirlings, was destroyed by Mahmud of Ghazni. And now, for the first time since 1026 AD, the nation has got a glimpse of the relics of the original Somnath Jyotirlinga during Mahashivratri celebrations organized by spiritual guru Gurudev Shri Ravi Shankar in Bengaluru. The remnants, hidden from the eyes of history, were protected to preserve Bharat's heritage. Now, preparations for their consecration at Somnath will begin soon, and these will be taken on a nationwide journey from Rameshwaram to all the 12 Jyotirlings across the country. This will allow the devotees to seek the blessings of Lord Shiv through these Jyotirlings. Let's uncover the whole story with Gurudev Shri Ravi Shankar. Namaskar Gurudev ji, Shri Ravi Shankar.
Namaskar Navika.
What you brought forth in the celebrations of Mahashivratri has literally been rediscovery of a lost treasure. Gurudev, will you tell us and our viewers tonight on the importance of these relics that have now been brought out after a gap of 1,000 years?
Yeah, isn't it very fascinating?
Very.
It's such a wonderful moment for the whole country. It's a moment of celebration for people to, again have the blessings of Lord Somnath. We have only heard that this lingam was magnetic, it was in the space, it never touched the ground. Now we see that it is really magnetic. And it's so wonderful that, after the end of the Mahakumbh, which has created history in the world, Lord Somnath has surfaced. Is such a wonderful thing for our own civilization.
When you unveiled these in Bengaluru, you have said that the ancient scriptures have described the Somnath Shivlinga as an extraordinary one which never touched the ground. It remains suspended in mid-air, defying gravity. Can you explain, is this really possible?
Yeah, I do have that Shivling piece right here. It's a matter of surprise to everybody. See this Shivling, which is like a marble. Now, I place one marble. Then you see. Can you see the marble?
Yes, it's spinning.
Yeah. And there is so much energy, so much power in this, Shila. It is surprising. Then we have an analysis of this by the gemologists, the archaeologists. And they have found something fantastic. They said this contains only 2% of iron and 78% of barium, magnesium. And usually you see in a magnet, they have poles, right?
Yes.
North pole and south pole. In this, the magnet is in the center. It's not polar. So this, the geologists say they have never seen anything like this. They say probably this could be from some meteoroid that has come, but it is not from this planet, Earth. It's from some other planet. That's what they say. So it is very, very interesting and fortunate for us to get back the pieces of this link. Thanks to those family of Adnihotris who have, those days, just imagine those 1,000 years back, they carried this with them and on foot they have traveled and they would cook their own food and they eat and they have very strict regulations to follow, rituals to follow, and they kept with them for so many years and preserved it. So they couldn't see them in the broken pieces, so what they made it into Shivlingam and kept.
Okay, yeah. So and they walked from Saurashtra to Tamil Nadu as ancient history describes it, and I want to ask you, were these worshipped in secrecy? What is the story behind this? Is this mythological? Is it real? Because the naysayers will ask these questions.
Well, you know, our country has been under foreign rule for a long, long time. And so in 1924, they met Kanchi Paramacharya and asked him about this. He said, don't bring it out for another 100 years.
Okay.
So from 1924, and they followed his instruction that ended in 2024. So he said, don't bring it up out, don't tell anybody, keep it to your family. So they passed on from generation to generation, they were preserving it. And this information that for 100 years they should not reveal it. And then the Jayendra Saraswati, the other Kanchi Shankaracharya also said, first Ram Mandir will happen, only then we should bring this out.
Gurudev ji, this is such a fascinating account that you're giving. Are you saying the Shankaracharya knew that the Ram Mandir would be built in 2024? And when did he predict this?
You know, Gyanis always know things beforehand. Saints and yogis, you cannot measure, you cannot, उनको वो नहीं कर सकते, हम समझ नहीं सकते हैं.
लेकिन ये कब कहा था उन्होंने कि 2024 की जनवरी में राम मंदिर बन जाएगा?
राम मंदिर बनने के बाद ऐसा कहा था. देखिए, हमने तो सीधा नहीं सुना है, हमने जो भी सुना है उन परिवारों से सुना है. तो उन लोगों ने कहा कि इस तरह से 100 साल तक इसको बाहर नहीं लेके आना और राम मंदिर के बाद इसको बाहर लाना है. ऐसे उन सबको, वो उनके बाद का शंकराचार्य, अभी जो करंट शंकराचार्य विजयेंद्र सरस्वती जी, इन सब का वही मत था. और विजयेंद्र सरस्वती जी ने भी ये कहा कि ले जाके गुरुदेव के पास देना है, तो ये लेके आए थे. अब 3 नवंबर को सोच रहे हैं. हमारे प्रधानमंत्री जी बड़े शिव भक्त हैं. उन्होंने जो कायाकल्प कराया काशी विश्वनाथ में या उज्जैन में, केदारनाथ में, ये अद्भुत है. इतने साल, 70 साल तक हमारे देश में मंदिरों का पुनर्निर्माण या वहाँ की यात्रियों की सुविधा के बारे में अधिक सोचे नहीं थे कोई. तो यहाँ पर अभी जो एक वेव चल पड़ा है, भक्तों में इतना, एक भक्तों के लिए सुविधा है और उनकी जो पूजा स्थान जब जाते हैं वहाँ एक दिव्यता दिखती है, पवित्रता दिखती है. अभी पहले तो बहुत मुश्किल था जाना में ज्योतिर्लिंगों में. तो अभी ये भी जो ज्योतिर्लिंग है हम उनको सौंपेंगे और वो इसको वहाँ पर सौराष्ट्र में क्या करेंगे वो सोचेंगे. यहाँ
गुरुदेव जी, आपको लगता है कि एक हिंदू रिवाइवल एक तरह से हम देख रहे हैं देश में, चाहे वो राम मंदिर हो, चाहे वो महाकुंभ का जो आयोजन हो, जहां 65 करोड़ लोगों से ज्यादा ने जाकर डुबकी लगाई संगम में. आपको लगता है ये एक हमारा जो एक भूला हुआ पास था, आज हम वापस वो एक हिंदू रिवाइवल के दौर में जा रहे हैं?
आप उसका चाहे कुछ भी नाम दो, बात ये है जब राजाश्रय मिलता है धर्म को, धर्म पलपती है, लोग भी संतुष्ट रहते हैं उसमें। तो जब पहले तो क्या था, लोगों को इतना संकोच था कि अपना हम जो है उसको बताने में संकोच करते थे लोग, अपना नाम बदल लेते थे जब भारत छोड़ के बाहर जाते। तो एक हीन भाव मन में वो घर कर दिया था। हमारे चाहे एजुकेशन सिस्टम बोलो या पॉलिटिकल सिस्टम बोलो, कुछ भी ये धार्मिक भावनाओं के लिए या अपना सेल्फ एस्टीम के लिए अनुकूल नहीं रहा। अब जब हमारे जो राज्य के नेतृत्व करने वाले खुल के बताते हैं, जो अपना रूट पर, अपना मूल पर वो गर्व करते हैं, तो बाकी सब जनता के भीतर भी वो भाव जो है ना मजबूत होती है।
तो उन्हें क्या कहेंगे जो आज भी कहते हैं कि 65 करोड़ जा ही नहीं सकते, वहां गंध था, वहां मृत्यु कुंभ था? अब ऐसी जो बातें करते हैं उनके बारे में आप क्या?
नाविका, आप जानती हो मैं औरों की कथन पर कमेंट तो करता नहीं हूं, बल्कि उससे कोई प्रयोजन नहीं होता। तो जिनका जो अभिप्राय है, यहाँ तो हर एक व्यक्ति अपना अपना अभिप्राय व्यक्त कर सकते हैं। एवरीबडी कैन हैव देयर ओन ओपिनियंस, आई हैव नो कमेंट्स ऑन दैट, बट वन थिंग आई से, यू नो, द सेल्फ एस्टीम ऑफ पीपल हैव रिजन अप बिकॉज द लीडर्स एट द टॉप are exhibiting that respect for the culture, for civilization, for religion, like the way it has to be done. And that's a very good thing that's happening in the country, and so people are proud. So whether it's music, dance, or bhajans, kirtan, or temples, or celebrations, there is that Indianness that has come back. And that is very, very, you know, wonderful to see, and it's a welcome change, I would say.
Very well said. Yes, cultural renaissance and the self-esteem, the self-pride, important, and the revival of that, clearly a welcome part that we are seeing today. In this series, many people raise the question on whether the Places of Worship Act should also be re-looked at. How do you look at that?
Well, you see, we do many acts, and each act we keep reviving and take a re-look at it. So there is nothing wrong in taking a look again at those, you know, laws that we have made. Many have become really obsolete. Many have been one-sided. It has not been very justified. So there is nothing wrong in looking at those acts that we have done. That is the sign of a progressive and a dynamic society. Not just sit with something that somebody did few decades ago and think, you know, thinking that this is the gospel truth. We need to revisit our laws again and again and see which is good for the nation, which is good for the people of the nation, and these are the things that one need to consider.
Absolutely, but before I let you go, Gurudev ji, एक बार फिर दिखा दीजिए ना वो जो आपके हाथ में जो ज्योतिर्लिंग है, फैसिनेटिंग है, और आपने जिस पर रखा है वो कहीं नीचे कोई मशीनरी, कोई उसमें मैग्नेट नहीं है ना? सब लोग पूछेंगे कि गुरुदेव जी ने जो रखा।
नहीं, सिर्फ एक लकड़ी का पीस, एक ट्रे है। आप देखिए, ट्रे में रखता हूँ, एक पीस रखता हूँ। रखे ना आप ये दूसरा पीस।
अमेजिंग, फैसिनेटिंग, एंड व्हाट शुड आई से? यस, आपने ठीक कहा, प्रत्यक्ष को प्रमाण की जरूरत नहीं, इसीलिए मन से निकलता है ओम नमो शिवाय। और ओम नमो शिवाय जब कहते हैं तो चाहे उस मान्यता पर है, इट इज ऑन योर बिलीफ। मानो तो पत्थर है और नहीं मानो तो आपकी मर्जी, लेकिन हमारे लिए शिवलिंग है। Thank you very much, Rishi Ravi Shankar ji, Gurudev ji, because you have brought such a fascinating, cultural heritage that is seeing the light of day after 100 years. एक सेंचुरी के बाद ये लोगों को देखने को मिला है. गुरुदेव जी, आपको बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. थैंक यू वेरी मच. आगे इसके साथ जो आप यात्रा पर इसे ले जाएंगे, ज्योतिर्लिंग 12 की आप इसको लेकर जाएंगे, मुझे लगता है समवेयर और द अदर people of India will see this revival with clearly astounding, star-struck feeling of being blessed. Gurudev ji, thank you very much for joining me on the News Hour tonight.